For over 25 years, Harley-Davidson has been developing its premium CVO motorcycle range. Custom vehicle operations bikes have been recognized for their unique features, paint treatments, and frequently greater displacement engines than standard versions for decades. It all began in 1999 with the CVO FXR2. However, Harley recently renamed a line of high-performance motorcycles intended to compete on the track and demonstrate the knowledge gained from Moto America's King of the Baggers racing series under the CVO moniker. The 2025 CVO Road Glide RR takes the idea to a whole new level, although last year's 10 best-winning CVO Road Glide ST was a step in that direction. Let's begin by contrasting the new 131 with the high-output 121C engine that drives the CVO Road Glide ST, which was formerly HD's biggest production V-twin. In contrast to the 131's 109.5 by 114.3 mm and 2,153 cubic centimeters displacement, the engine's bore and stroke measure 103.5 by 117.5 mm, yielding a total displacement of 1977 cubic centimeters. Thus, each cylinder now holds more than a full liter. Sure, the 2,458 cubic centimeters triple in the Triumph Rocket 3 has pistons with comparable diameters, but the 131 stroke is far longer. At its highest, the power leap between the ST's special 121 version and the RR is 26 horsepower and 5 lb-ft, respectively. The significant horsepower boost isn't only due to cubic inches. With multi-angle valve seats and CNC machined combustion chambers and ports, the cylinder head is a Screamin' Eagle Stage 4 unit. Both the intake and exhaust valves have a 2 mm protrusion and measure 42 and 34 mm, respectively. More lift, plus 0.550 inches, and consequently more flow are provided by the high-performance SE8-550 cam. Durability is ensured with a high-volume oil pump, inner camshaft bearings, valve springs, plus high-performance valve lifters. Since the redline has been raised to 6,500 RPM, the 121 ST is set at 5,900. A CNC machined manifold that is properly suited to the intake port supports a large 68 mm throttle body. Screamin' Eagle high-flow air filters are washable. A sizable, but concealed, single 2-in-1 titanium Akrapovic exhaust with a carbon fiber heat shield is utilized at the opposite end. This technology maintains 50-state legality for noise and emissions while permitting maximum flow. For improved acceleration, the output pulley, similar to the HO121, has a 30-tooth sprocket rather of the 32-tooth found on the normal Road Glide. A brand new 70-75 billet aluminum clutch basket with a mil-spec anodized finish was initially created for the factory race team's KOTB race motorcycle. The transmission, which employs the same Screamin' Eagle Racing King 6 unit with slotted cogs and axles and back-cut angles on the derailleur teeth, is another result of the race team's experience. How did Harley transform the Road Glide platform into a racer that is legal to drive on the street? Since the suspension was the area where the bike altered the most, let's start there. The chassis' crown gem is the swing arm. Although the specifications are somewhat different, it is constructed similarly to the one used on factory HD KOTB race bikes. It begins as a 220-pound block of 6,061 billet aluminum and is machined down to an 18-pound, single-piece swing arm. It's genuinely beautiful and a component that can't be obtained in any other manner. Two fully adjustable Alene Screamin' Eagle shocks that also allow for ride height adjustment control the rear end. The lean angle is increased by 3 degrees over the ST to 36 degrees on the right and 35 degrees on the left by raising the RRs by an extra 2 inches. However, the 43mm Olene's FGR 253 Hypersport Superbike fork is nearly as remarkable as the swing arm. The device has micro-polished inner struts, TTX25 pressurized cartridge technology, and complete adjustment. It just takes a few spins to notice the RR's handling and suspension capabilities. You are flung into a sequence of ice troughs as soon as you finish running counterclockwise around the track. Tipping the bike over an apex on the ST is challenging, and straightening it up and moving it over the opposite peak is much more difficult. The RR, which is 50 pounds lighter than the ST and has a suspension that does a fantastic job of absorbing bumps and keeping the large bike on course, has no trouble with it at all. The braking mechanism has also been significantly improved by Harley. The Brembo GP4 RX front calipers, which are nickel-plated, appear unusual at first glance, and they are. Calipers crafted from a solid billet of aluminum hold 4 32mm pistons. According to Brembo, they are the closest thing to MotoGP calipers available for street usage. For the World Superbike race, a set of 320mm T-drive rotors was created. These rotors provide full floating action, which enhances pad contact and performance. Additionally, a 300mm disc and another Brembo 4-piston caliper are employed at the back, although everything is concealed under a saddlebag. Harley's cornering electronically linked brake and cornering ABS technology controls the system. Braking on the track is far better than the Brembos on the ST. The front unit has great power, and even if you have to bring a 750-pound bike down from 120 to 35 miles per hour several times, your performance doesn't suffer over the course of several circuits. While the rear brake is a fantastic tool for tightening your line mid-corner and undoubtedly aids in more effective slowing down, the front grip levels are communicated through the lever under harsh braking. Sport riding is a specialized application of ergonomics. The foot controls in the middle are the first noticeable feature. The ST floorboards have been replaced with traditional billet aluminum foot pegs. The RR is supported by an intricate frame-mounted bracket that is positioned rearward, in contrast to factory race motorcycles that have foot peg mounts cut into the chassis. There is significantly greater legroom between the high-mounted foot pegs on the single seat since it is roughly an inch taller than the STs in respect to the foot pegs. At 28.9 inches, the claimed seat height is around 2.3 inches higher than that of the typical road glide. In order to place the rider in a more upright riding position, the handlebars are moto-style bars with a considerably flatter camber and rest on 6-inch high risers, which is 2.2 inches higher than the road glide. Harley hasn't compromised on comfort even though the Road Glide RR boasts characteristics that are befitting of a racetrack. The RR is equipped with the same sizable 12.3-inch Skyline OS-powered entertainment system as the Road Glide, Street Glide, and the brand-new for 2024, CVO Road Glide ST. Apple CarPlay, GPS, and a Harley-Davidson branded Cardo PackTalk Edge wireless headset are all included with the system. It links to the system via Bluetooth, enabling users to use their smartphones for calls, texts, and music. Additionally, the RR presents Rockford Fosgate Stage 3 system, Harley-Davidson's most recent high-performance premium audio. The system includes two 250-watt rated 6.5-inch three-way speakers in the cockpit that are driven by a 500-watt 4-channel amplifier. The basic hard-shell saddlebags are lockable and have a capacity of 2.4 cubic feet. The RR is heavily reliant on carbon fiber. The lightweight material is used to make the side casings, fenders, seat pad, side covers, tank console, fork nacelle, radiator shrouds, and fairings. When compared to the normal 838-pound, wet, Road Glide or Road Glide ST, these items help achieve a claimed weight reduction of almost 50 pounds. LEDs are used for all illumination, including turn signals, taillights, and headlights. A 15-watt USB-C plug for charging your smartphone is located within one of the two cockpit storage bins.